What's going on, everybody? It is NappyNikki here. I want to talk about a few things today, but first I want to talk about this thing that's going on with my hair. I am going to Taryn Guy's Live Learn Your Hair tomorrow. What is it? Love Learn Your Hair, something like that. So excited, and so I decided to do a style by Shara J. It's like workout to weekend where you take your twist and you put them up in some perm rods and you come out with this really pretty after tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. I want to talk about body types and what happens when a person goes through a major body change in their, or changes in their body in their life, and not how they really respond to it, not how I personally, I'm talking about myself here, not how I reacted to my weight loss, but how other people reacted to it. And it's not all bad, but it's not that they said bad things. It's just the things that they said weren't, they were just unnecessary, basically. That's the best way I can explain it. So from one of my first videos, I put up a weight loss journey video, and I lost 75 pounds since 2010. I weighed 235 pounds. I currently weigh around 165. And that fluctuates for like 165, 168. And just a heads, I've always been comfortable in my body. So when I weighed 235 pounds, I was comfortable. I was happy. I was content. And let me just say, I did not weigh 235 pounds throughout my whole entire college career. I don't know. Definitely didn't. That was like the most I had weighed. And now at 165, I'm comfortable, I'm happy, and I'm healthy. Then I was not healthy. I was, as people in the South call it, you're a healthy girl. And I just want to talk about some things that people say to a person when they're losing weight. I'm not used to, it's not uncommon for people to say things about my body, or, like for instance, in my family, all the women have big booties. It's a given, like as Phaedra calls it, donkey booties. Yes, we have those donkey booties in our family. So that's one thing that I'm used to, and I got used to being for people to recognize or to comment on, whatever. I learned to ignore it. But what I want to talk about is when a person loses weight, going from a larger size to a smaller size, and once you get smaller than you were, people say, or people have said to me, oh my gosh, you look so skinny, or you're so tiny. Look at you, you can see your collarbone, or, oh my gosh, I can feel your ribs. Really? That's what you want to say to me? I can feel your ribs, I can see your collarbone? No. That is the most inappropriate thing to say to a person when they go through a weight loss journey. Because the point of losing weight is not to be skinny. That was not my purpose in losing weight. My purpose was that I was completely unhealthy. Heart disease runs in my family. Diabetes runs in my family. Thyroid problems runs in my family. You know what I mean? So for a person to say to me, oh my gosh, you're so skinny, you're getting so tiny, I understand, I know your heart, your intentions are good, but don't say that. That is the opposite of what you need to say to me. Just say you look good, say you look nice, or say, I'm proud of you. Those things have been said, but just X out that first part, that you look, just X out the words tiny, skinny, small, itty bitty, whatever you want to say, whatever word that relates to, that's the opposite of big or fat. Because when I was 235 pounds, let me tell you, nobody had ever walked up to me and said, oh my God, you look so fat. You're so big. No, that's not, you wouldn't say it then, so don't say it now. And people think it's necessary to put labels on things like that. You know, it's not about this journey that people take, and I hate using the word journey because it sounds so, it's like a new thing. It's like you're supposed to, it's like this rite of passage. No, everybody should be healthy. It shouldn't be a journey, it should be a lifestyle. So let me change my wording. This lifestyle that I have changed for myself has not only, you know, opened my eyes up to a lot of things in the world and a lot of things about life. For instance, hiking. I'll get to the activity part later. But, you know, it's done things for me in a way that I don't even care about the part of losing weight, the part that I'm getting smaller, excuse me. I just care about the fact that inside my body is healthier. Another thing I don't like when it comes to losing weight and all this stuff, people ask me, oh my gosh, how did you do it? How else do you lose weight? Because I wasn't the size of a person. There are people who are a certain body size where they have to have a medical procedure because their body doesn't allow them to work out. Like, they're so far gone. I understand that people get that way. There's a such thing as a, you know, eating disorder. I get it. Excuse me. But when it came to me, I was big. I could walk around, I could dance at a party, you know, I could still run. I may be out of breath when I was running then, but you know, I was still able to get up and be active. So if somebody asked me, what did I do? What did you expect me to do? I say I changed my eating and I got off the couch. I got off my behind. I've always been a person that runs around and likes to stay busy, but I was eating the same way. I was going to Zaxby's all the time. I was going to Raising Cane's all the time, Taco Bell all the time. My cafeteria had fried catfish on Fridays and fried chicken on Wednesdays. Like, it was thrown down. I'm not saying that I was always a terrible eater. I like all types of foods. I can, you know, I'm a huge, now I was eating meat then, but now I've been a pescatarian for almost 2 years. And I don't really know if that's changed in the way my body had, I'm sure it does, but I can't tell specifically how me becoming a pescatarian has changed my body. But one major thing when it comes to my eating is that in 2011, I was diagnosed with celiac disease. So, and nobody knows what that means. It's when a person goes completely gluten-free. It's like an allergy and an intolerance all together, and it's just bad. And if you just want more information, I'll put a link down below to where you get all the information. But I was diagnosed with celiac disease, and so I can't, like, my diet had to be changed drastically. That means no regular pastas, no breads, no nothing, no processed foods, nothing with pesticides in it. So I had to completely change my life. I was going from getting honey buns out the vending machine to, you know, making my own, but in a healthier way. And that's one thing I do like that I've learned how to, and I've always been a cook, but I've learned how to incorporate the things that I like to eat when I cook them just in a healthier way. But other than changing my eating, you know, I got off the couch. I got some sneakers. Got my butt outside and I started walking. And I walked to a point to where I can start running. And that's what I did. Yes, I do other stuff. I like to dance and all, well, not professionally, but I like to dance around my house or go out to the club and dance, or, you know, things like that. Started going hiking, started swimming more, just started getting my life together. So when a person asks me, what did you do? I do what everybody should be doing. I did what, you know, you should be doing, what I should have been doing those 4 years in college. And you can still enjoy your life, but just change it for the better. So these are just some things people don't understand when it comes to losing weight. This is not an overnight thing. Oh, that's another thing. People talk about, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds in 10 days. Or 20 pounds in 3 weeks. Who does that? That doesn't happen. That's not real. And It's taking me 3 years, almost 3 years to lose this weight, and I'm still going. I mean, not like, I'm trying to get to a certain weight or anything. This is just my life now. So yeah, and that also makes you think about people who taking all these pills and laxatives and all this stuff, and take the Sensa and the what is it, the cinnamon and brown sugar and honey and hot syrup and all this crazy. Just get off your butt. Just change your eating. Just do the right thing. Just do the healthy thing. All these things you read online, and these people how to lose weight in 10 days, and that's just a gimmick. Just do what's right for you, and do it the healthy way. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it's hard work. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, sometimes I want to eat a big piece of fried chicken or a big piece of fried fish or something of that nature. But you have to control yourself. And it's not that I don't eat junk food still. I enjoy a bag of chips. If anybody knows me, they know I love chips. But you have to learn how to portion. One thing I do, I'm not a calorie counter. I don't do all that crazy stuff or cut out sugars and all that stuff. I gotta cut out enough stuff with the celiac disease. So, but one thing I've learned how to do is portion control. Portion control is huge. One of my major things of why I gained weight was from overeating. I overate all the time. Like, it was just a common thing. Everything we did was surrounded around food. So, portion control is really big. I don't want this to get too long. I just want to say to those people who don't understand how difficult it is for a person when they are going through that journey, and you have all these outside people saying things like, you look so tiny, you look so thin, you're so small. Think about that person first. Think about what they're going through. Think about how they feel. Don't just take it upon yourself, and vice versa. For a person who's smaller, you walk up to them and say they're so tiny, they're so small. They may not want to be that size. They may want to be the size you are if you're bigger. So just be aware of that. Yeah, I'll let this go, but stop calling me skinny.